I had memories rushing in my head of all that had happened. Yes, it did. In a way, it allowed me and Colt to be married. Yeah, well, I doubt you'll be leaving this place alive or otherwise. You should have stayed gone, girl. Now, Ben, is that any way to talk to family? Henry gestured with his finger toward Ben, but then Henry's attention went to Colt, who wasn't saying anything. Then Henry looked to me. Vita, dear, why don't you take a drink of Colt's water, then I will refill it. Colt took the canister from his side and slid it across the table to me. I took the lid off, filling it up and taking a small drink. It tasted off even for lemonade. It was barely palatable, but I finished it to the best of my ability as quick as I could. That's not made right, I gagged. Henry smiled. So sorry about that. Those two can never handle the simplest of tasks. I hope you don't hold it against them. I'll get it fixed immediately. It needs way more sugar. It's just too bitter otherwise for us. Sugar, you say? All right, I'll take care of it personally. Henry went into the steam-filled room for some time. Ben just smacked his gum staring at me. I felt so uncomfortable he sucked in his teeth for a moment. So you trying to stop him, aren't you? That was the plan. The man started to slightly nod silently. Well, if you succeed, girl, you know where to find me. Colt slammed his fist on the counter, turning toward him. Why haven't you done it yourself? Ben smiled, shaking his head back and forth. Boy, are you sure you're not my son's kid? Boy, if I was still the stallion, I'd knock some manners into you. I've done more than either of you have accomplished in the time you've been here. Do you not think I would have stopped him if I came across him? Do you seriously think a stallion, past or present, wouldn't have tried while being here? I know my place here in my time, but my question is to you, lad, do you know your place here? I was starting to get angry. Well, you're not the stallion anymore, are you? You will not touch my husband. He's confused right now. Can't you see that? Leave him alone and stop smacking that gum. It's more irritating than I can stand. We are trying to do what we can while you sit with that pink abomination of a sound. I hadn't realized I had stood up. He just sat looking at me with a sickening smile I wanted to slap off his face. He looked at a watch on his arm. Well, I best be starting my next shift. You two take care. He patted Colt's shoulder, tipped his grunge-covered hat to me, and left without another word, and I was glad of it. Henry came back. Oh, so you're already done talking with Ben? I had made ample time. I guess that puts us back on schedule to meet Father then, unless there is something else you would care to see. How about the water area? Henry shook his head. Sorry to disappoint. I do hope you can understand. Father doesn't hold all his bread in one basket. You know, the water factory is many miles from here. This is more or less a reservoir, and I'm afraid it would make us very late to visit Father, and Father likes punctuality. Too bad, I guess. Anything else? Henry inquired. Not that I can think of. Good, then let's go meet Father. We left the dining hall as a tone went off, and more employees entered, grabbing plates of food. He took us to the same door I left by my first day as a unicorn by golf cart. We got to the door, and it opened for him. Why are we going in here?